Well, we got peppermint, we got a little bit of brandy.
Do I get to drink it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers. Hello and welcome to My Tiny Bottles, the project where I'm exploring my grandmother's legacy of miniature liquor bottles, one tiny bottle at a time. I'm your host, Tammy Coxon, and I'm here today with my friend David Perry. David, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm a historian, a medieval historian, and a journalist. If you are interested in medieval history, you might know my book, The Bright Ages, which is a new history of medieval Europe with my friend Matt. Also, Matt and I have spent a lot of time on this particular seat or on this particular boat where we're sitting now. I also co-wrote a book called Oathbreakers, and I write fairly regularly for the Minnesota Star Tribune, as well as CNN, MSNBC, and lots of other outlets out there. So you can find me really pretty easily. I'm all over the internet.
And all those things about David are amazing, but I actually brought him here for another expertise that he has. So the bottle that I have for us to taste today is Phillips SnoShoe Grog. And this is Minneapolis, Minnesota, which I believe is
it's where we live, more or less.
This was, when it came out in 1963, its marketing text said that it was the outdoorsman's favorite drink or something like that. The ideal drink for a good, hearty outdoorsman. And you are the most Minnesotan outdoorsman I know.
Well, I am a Minnesotan outdoorsman. I'm a pretty serious fisherman, increasingly so as I get older. I fished as a kid, and then, as a lot of people do, sort of stopped my young adulthood, and now I fish a lot. I own a boat from the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. So, it's 5 different boats. None of them were very expensive boats. They're old aluminum boats, and then this old pontoon, which I do love. Right now, we're actually in Wisconsin, though that's kind of a secret, but a lot of Minnesotans end up buying small cabins or large cabins, for that matter. We have a small cabin in Wisconsin on a small lake. This is Little Lake Ripley.
And that suits because Phillips SnoShoe Grog, actually the Phillips company started in Wisconsin. So,
there we go.
So I suspect when they said this was the outdoorsman's favorite drink, this is a mix of brandy and peppermint schnapps.
Yeah.
So I suspect they meant this for ice fishing.
Yeah, because when I'm on a boat in the middle of summer, I'm drinking beer, and I'm drinking pretty lousy beer mostly. I want cold, lousy beer without too much flavor, but beer. And this is more of an ice fishing drink. And ice fishing it's a lot of ways to ice fish, but the classic is you go out in a little hut and you bring a lot of alcohol and you get extremely drunk, and occasionally you might catch a fish. Now, there are serious ice fishermen for whom it is the fishing and the catching. There's casual ice fishermen who they have a cabin and they put some tip-ups with bells out in the lake, and then the bells ring, they go out and collect the fish, but they're not really fishing. I hate ice fishing. Just for the record, it's cold, and I don't mind being cold, but I don't love being cold. But actually, what I love about fishing, Tammy, is I love being on the water. I love the wind and the waves and the depth and moving around. And if I'm not catching fish, thinking about a different presentation and a whole different bait. Ice fishing is you pick a hole and these days you send a sonar down to see if there are any fish there. And then you drop bait down and then you sort of wait. And I do like catching fish. So, that part is fun, but it's really all the other things that really fill me up when I'm fishing that make me so happy. Is unavailable to me when I'm ice fishing. And also that tastes like peppermint. So that's more of a winter flavor.
I think so. But, I could see, having you heard what you describe what ice fishing is like, I imagine the combination of brandy here, like that would warm you up.
Yeah.
Right.
And you want strong liquor. You don't have to go out and pee all the time when you're drinking beer, right? You need strong liquor to fortify you as you're sitting there.
Well, David doesn't like ice fishing, and I am pretty sure that I would not like ice fishing. So we're sitting out on a beautiful, beautiful day. We got a breeze coming up behind us, and we'll just kind of imagine.
That's right.
If it was a little too warm, this bottle, we could hang it over the side of the boat and cool it down. But it's all right now.
Awesome. It feels great.
So we're gonna crack this one open.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to strong liquor in the summer. It's just
agreed. Not our usual drink, and you're usually an Irish whiskey guy.
That's true. That is a big, tiny bottle.
It is a big, tiny bottle. So Grandma she has just under 200 bottles that I inherited, and about 8 to 10 of them were this size, so a little bit bigger.
A good hip bottle.
Exactly.
Yeah,
yep. Yeah. Totally hip flask.
Cheers.
Well, we're going to smell first.
Okay. I mean, it smells like peppermint bark, right? Which is actually one of one of my favorite Christmas candies is peppermint bark, and this smells a lot like that.
Yeah, definitely peppermint up front, but some of the brandy notes also smells like brandy. This makes it very appropriate they were in Wisconsin because they have a special love for brandy.
Yeah.
Here. It's the peppermint schnapps that's in this, they created that in 1935 as America's first schnapps. And it was because one of their salesmen had seen guys in saloons, this is just post-prohibition, right? Guys in saloons adding peppermint candies to their really bad whiskey.
Huh.
And that was his inspiration. He's like, we should make a peppermint schnapps.
So peppermint schnapps is only American in origin, or
an
in origin is okay. You know, yeah.
It was America's first peppermint schnapps.
Okay.
Were other people making it? Probably.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, we got peppermint. We got a little bit of brandy.
Do I get to drink it now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cheers.
I actually like that more than I expected.
I don't dislike it, but I will say that my predominant note is toothpaste.
Yeah, it is a little like toothpaste, but it has a nice feel going down. It has a little burn. I get the brandy feel, but it is a little bit like drinking liquefied toothpaste.
It is. It's almost it's got a chalky note that that really makes it feel toothpastey to me. It's not like sucking on a candy cane. There is this kind of chalkiness to it.
It's a little bit like those peppermints you might get at a restaurant that are kind of a chalky peppermint, right? And then that I can never resist biting into, and then you always regret biting into.
No, I love those. They're called buttermints.
Well, there you go.
And they're those soft and chewy kind of peppermint. I love those. Okay, that might make me see this in a new light if I try to channel my buttermint loving self. All right, actually that helped. Okay.
Does it help? Yeah, because they have a kind of a chalky mouthfeel. Yeah. I like them too, but I always bite into them before I'm ready to, and then I'm like, now my whole mouth tastes like nothing but peppermint explosion.
But I kind of feel like those things also are the kind of thing you'd find in a Wisconsin supper club, right? So that also feels like we're in the right place for that kind of an experience.
Yeah, that's really great. I mean, the Wisconsin Supper Club is a special kind of thing, and you need pickles up front and kind of peppermints at the end, and a brandy old fashioned.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's not bad, and I have a bunch of it that I can share with other people. Or we could sit here and fish all day and drink it. It seems like a bad idea.
I think that I would be not able to drive the boat. That's the other good thing about ice fishing is you're not driving a boat. You do have to walk on the ice.
We are parked right now, I will say, for any boating safety people out there. Well, thanks, David. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
And where can people find you if they want to know more about you?
If you just look up David Perry, you can find me on Blue Sky. davidmperry.com is the website, and I hope to see you around.
Yeah, and you can find me at My Tiny Bottles on Instagram and Facebook. You can find my website, mytinybottles.com, and read all about this bottle. And it's a fun history. The Phillips family is pretty cool. And you can find me also on Blue Sky. I don't have quite as many followers as David does, but that is my main social media hunt, and I'm Tammy LC there. Like, subscribe, share, tell other people to check this video out and subscribe. So cheers.
Cheers.